always wanted a support group, a parenting support group in the area that focused on holistic and natural types of health care and other options. There are parenting groups in the area, and the area has grown significantly, but I didn't feel that there was a support group for those parents who wanted to make conscious choices, who wanted to make different choices than the traditional choices that have been made in the past. And I know when I was a parent of young children, it was very odd to make different and conscious choices, and I had a hard time gathering people around me that understood what I was doing. Mostly I felt ridiculed, and I felt like an oddball. And so I think it's very empowering for parents if they can have others who support them in their choices and help them with making those decisions. And also the idea of bringing in speakers and bringing in more information for them and making it a learning environment. And then the Pathways Connect magazine is just phenomenal, and I've had it in my office since October when I went to the conference, and people just go nuts over it. They rave about it and say, where can I get this magazine? And so that really just furthered my desire to have this group forum. And just with running a practice and all the things that go on, I just wasn't able to get it together. And so when I connected with Dr. Manhart and Dr. Wells about the idea, and we had a little meeting, we sat down to dinner one night and we all talked about what it was about. And so Dr. Wells kind of spearheaded finding a few mothers that she had in her practice. Dr. Wells is an integrative pediatrician. And she had some others that she knew would grab hold of the idea and run with it. And so she got together with those mothers and told them about it, and they did. They got together and ran with it. And so now we're actually meeting, and it's very exciting. Together as a team is that we honor and respect what each of us does and our own individual expertise, and recognize that I don't have the expertise that Dr. Wells does or Dr. Manhart does. I have my own expertise, and so I need their expertise to complete the whole picture for people, because people don't just have one problem on its own. They have a whole host of things going on that need to be addressed by different practitioners. So it's really wonderful to find other practitioners that have the same mindset that I do, that it's the patient that we're concerned about. We're trying to provide what's best for the patient, and if that means that I need to send the patient elsewhere, then that's what that means. And these two share that philosophy of practice, and so it's just wonderful.
And if we can just get a few more practitioners with a few other specialty things to come into the group, because I know that we refer amongst each other quite frequently. And there are a few other practitioners that I would love to refer more to, but we need to get them in. Well, a lot of what I do has to do with trying to get the message across to parents that nutrition is so, so important in the kid's life and the social settings and social contacts, and that so much of what's happening with our kids is due to the negative things that they're exposed to at school, through TV, through the media, and so much of the food they're eating that they're getting from the grocery stores is not very nutritious and is poor. And what Pathways can do for me is it's a group of people, so many of whom have done research and really gone out of their way to learn about proper nutrition, how to get the proper foods, how to make it, how to get it into their kids, a lot of homeschooling, a lot of support people, so that I don't have to sit there and explain everything to every patient. I can just tell them, come to the Pathways meeting. There'll be people there who think like you do, who maybe are more advanced than you do, and can help you, or less advanced, and you can help them, and it's a nice exchange between the parents, so that I don't have to do all the work anymore. And I could never do the work that a lot of these mothers have done anyway. I mean, they just have, what I've learned over the last several years is that the mothers bring to me tremendous knowledge that they have gathered in their searches, and that has built my knowledge. And I also know that there's a lot of things they know and they've learned that I don't really have time to learn because I've got my own things that I've got to do. And so the Pathways is a great way for that information to get to my patients, for them to come to the meetings. So